Hey guys, this is Chef Bill again. We're going to be making some basmati rice. Now we all say, well, what's the big deal between basmati rice, jasmine rice, white rice, brown rice, black rice? It doesn't matter. They're all different types of rices, all right? But basmati rice is a Far Eastern, Near Eastern type rice. It's great on Indian food. A lot of Chinese restaurants use it, but it is one of those rices that really fluff easily and do it. But this is not a rice that you want to boil. You want to kind of steam, and we're going to show you how to do it. And there's a formula for it. So we're going to use 3 cups of rice, all right? But we're going to go ahead and rinse this here. So I'm going to measure out 3 cups of rice, and this is a 2-cup measure, so I'm going to act like I know what I'm doing. So I got 2 cups there. Then 1 more cup. And that was a 3-cup box. I lucked out on that one. All right, that's measured right there, all right? So what we're gonna do is take this over. What we wanna do is wash off that extra starch that's in there, because it makes, the more starch that's on the rice, it's gonna make it really sticky when we cook it. So we're gonna go ahead and fill it up. And you'll see it coming up. And we're gonna just shake it like this. And just basically you're kind of washing the rice itself. You see how milky that's getting? What you're trying to do is make it not so milky. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna dump it in here. Let that drain. Again, fill that up again. And it seems like, wow, this is a strange operation, but you know, you want to kind of get that off. I have people saying, well, you're getting rid of all the vitamins and minerals. Well, no, not really. You want this here to represent a dish that you're going to make, whether it's chicken or beef or pork. See how milky that is? You're trying to get all the milkiness off. And we're draining it here. And you can see it go down the drain, this milkiness, all right? We're trying to stop that. It's 2. We're going to do it 3 more times. All right. All right, that's 3. See how the water's a lot clearer now? So you get rid of all that milkiness, what you want to do. It's a lot clearer than it was before, all right? So this is 4. We're going to do it one more time. That water's a lot clearer. And this is going to be the last wash we're going to do. Now there's a place in every menu for sticky rice. This is not one of them. You want this to be nice and fluffy. All right. So now I'm going to do this. This is the last rinse we're going to do. And that's a lot clearer. I'm just getting everything off, all right? Using my fingers. Now I'm going to let that go for just a second. And I'm going to put that all in the strainer. And there's a reason. Because we're going to put this on a stove and saute it in some oil to begin with, so we can coat it with the oil. So I'm going to put that in here, let that sit and drain while I heat up the pot. We're going to kind of get that going, all right? Stay there. All right. All right, I'm heating up the pot. We're going to put some oil in there, all right? About 6 tablespoons. Yeah, that's about right. So we want to kind of get that going, let that go. Because we want to let the flavor develop. We just want the patience is the key over here. Let it get hot so there's a chance to do it. It's going to do a little spattering because we have the water on the rice, but that's all right. We want to kind of coat everything, get it done, and then we're going to seal it and get everything ready to go. All right. Meanwhile, when we do it all, we're going to be adding 6 bay leaves. Let me talk about these bay leaves for a second. Bay leaves is one of those flavorful items that's in a lot of dishes, all right? We're going to add 6 or 8 of them. What I'm doing here is counting my bay leaves, and it seems strange. But, as I said before, I've seen a lot of people choke on bay leaves. You put them in, you don't realize it's there, it goes down the back of the throat, and it shuts it off. You count the bay leaves you're putting in, and when it's done cooking, you pull them out. If there was 8 bay leaves, you're gonna pull out 8 bay leaves. You don't want anybody to choke on them, so you want to use them. So I've got right here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 7 bay leaves, and that's kind of what we're going to add to it here. That's getting there. So now I'm going to add one more. We're going to make it 8 bay leaves. We're going to feel good about it. Then we're going to add some salt and pepper to that mixture when it's nice and hot, and then we're going to let it go. Well, the water's drained. There you go. That's done. That's out of the way. And all I want to do at this point, as you see, I want to kind of coat everything with oil. Get it in there. And by coating it with oil, it's going to guarantee that these are going to help you fluff your rice for you, because now you're going to coat it all. Now, there's several ways of doing it. You can actually saute your grains of rice raw like this and brown it up, and you can create your own kind of a brown flavored rice, which will give you a nutty flavor, or you can leave it white like this. So it all depends on how well you want to do it. We're going to add the bay leaves to this right now, and we're going to add some pretty good amount of salt. 1 tablespoon, 2, 3 tablespoons. We're going to add that to it. All right, that's in there. Now, gonna get that in. Now we're gonna add 4.5 cups of water, and that's gonna be important. When people say normally it's 2 to 1. No, in the case like this, I want 4.5 cups because that's what you're gonna want. So that's 2 right there. That's 4. Yeah, a little bit more. And 1/2, all right? So we're gonna take that whole mixture here and get it down to the bottom. And if your rice was sticking before, it's not gonna stick now because the water will help loosen it down. So that's kind of what you wanna do. So we're gonna let this come to a boil. And I'm going to put this on a back burner here in a little bit so it can sit there and get going. That's what we're going to do. And this is going to take about 20-25 minutes, all right? So we're going to let it go and simmer, and we'll go back to it and show you what we're doing, all right? But we're going to get this going. I'm just scraping the bottom, make sure I got nothing sticking to the bottom. You can see a little bit of that oil floating on top, and that's fine. Shut that water off. And I had tasting spoons here someplace. I want to taste the water, make sure I got enough seasoning in there. And that's going to make it happy, all right? Now I'm going to bring that to a boil. Once I bring it to a boil, I'm going to turn the heat way down, and we're going to let it simmer. And by letting it simmer that way, what's going to do is actually allow us to, we're going to put aluminum foil on it, and then we're going to really slowly bubble. Like you see in those witch movies, it's going to bubble, toil, and trouble real slowly. I'll let it come up. We're going to let that go for about 12 minutes. And then for 15 minutes, then we're going to stop, and then we're just going to let it steam the next 10, all right? So we're going to time everything, and we're going to get it in there. So just give us a couple of minutes and we're gonna look at it. All right, guys, I got the rice. It just came to a boil, which is kind of what you want to do. We're gonna give it 1 quick stir because I don't want nothing sticking to the bottom. You can see where that's all going. All that flavor's coming up. Look at that. It's like heaven. It's love in a pot right over here. It's all ready to go. And what we're gonna do at this point, I'm gonna turn this down. Actually, I'm going to shut it off. I'm going to cover this pot with aluminum foil. By using aluminum foil, it helps give a double seal on that. And we're going to move that over here, and I want it to go real slow. That's a slow burner right here. And I want it to go real slow. And we're going to let it go for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to let it sit for another 10, all right? So we're going to come back and peek on this in about 15 minutes, make sure it's happy, and we're going to be ready to go, all right? All right, guys, let's go take a look at the rice. I got a timer going on, but I want to show you where it's at this point. See how it's coming up? And you can smell all that gorgeous smell that's coming up. It's almost there. I want to keep a lid on it because it's real delicate at this point. It's going to go there when the lid goes off. When the timer goes off, we're just going to let it sit and steam. As a matter of fact, I'm going to probably just put that off to the side right now and let Mother Nature take its course. We're going to let this sit another 10 minutes or so. Let it steam, and you're going to see how fluffy and light that's going to be. It's going to taste great. All right, guys, let's check this rice. It's had a chance to sit for 10 minutes. Look at that baby. Sitting there. It's in the pot. It's sitting really, really happy. And you know something? We kind of want to get down there. See the bay leaves in there? I am going to pick those bay leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there goes number 8 right there. Now I know nobody's going to get done. See how that fluffy that's getting? I just sat there. Look how fluffy that is. Nice and loose. All right. You can just flake it and let it sit. That's ready to go. All right. You can fluff that baby, let it sit, and it's going to be nice. We're going to try some of this right now. This makes a great dish. You can serve this with butter. It's a little bite to the rice, and that's perfectly fine. I get the hint of the bay leaves because I want that flavor to come out. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on there just for the flavor. I tasted it before and I should have gone stronger, but that's all right. But let's see what it looks like on a plate. Can you imagine taking a plate like this and making a meal, and you got chicken a la king, and you're going to put that over something? That's good, looking good. That's nice and light. It's a flavorful rice. It's not just your regular white rice that you can get any place. This is a basmati. It's kind of like the Cadillac of rices. Then you have jasmine, which would be the Porsche rices. So you have all the flavors out there. It's gonna go on. Guys, this is a dish you can serve with Asian food, Indian food, or whatever you want. Simple to do, but how we did it, it keeps the rice coming out perfect every single time. All right? So go and enjoy that. Put it on a dish. If you want to take that, cook it, cool it down, and make a stir-fried rice out of it, Chinese, absolutely gorgeous. It can be used again, again, and again. You want to make a rice pudding, leftover rice, perfect opportunity to do it.